Hello, good evening and welcome to the Little Farmer's Farm. Tonight we have tomato care and alliums in the air. We're going to pull some onions and garlic and trim those tomatoes back. Go and have a look at him on the plots. See you in a bit. The lockdown barber's been round and paid a visit to our tomatoes. So I've just thinned out the foliage on a lot of these. These are overplanted, but they seem to be doing okay at the moment. Fingers crossed. They're getting the fruits on. Plenty of fruits on. Now I'm going to have to take one of those little spurs and continue that to run up, because that happened the other night, that, when I was filming and I was trying to wrap that around there, sort of that way, and it snapped. I thought it had snapped at the time, to be honest. If you look back, you'll see it snap. And I'm doing the same thing with that, because I just foolishly, really, I cut that off, and that was the actual, that was the runner, the vine, the main vine, or the main stem. So I'm going to have to take that spur and perhaps put another cane in there and let it run up that way. It's not an exact science, this, really, and you've got to be dead careful when you're pruning and molesting your tomatoes, that you don't overdo it, because they don't like that. So yeah, I'm just going to sort of continue these on. I might take that little branch out there so that it can carry on running up here, because that's what I want. I want them to run up here, because these are indeterminate tomatoes, viners, and hopefully we'll be taking harvest off these for the next sort of 2 to 3 months as they carry on up there. We'll be taking the lower hanging fruit. The low hanging fruit is the stuff that tends to come through first and ripen first. So that's what we'll be doing. Now we've got the cold weather, I don't know whether or not to bring in those, in fact I'll have a look at them now. Yeah, the tumbling toms are looking a bit flaccid and sorry for themselves now, aren't they, outside? So I'm going to take them back indoors, I think, because it's not bitterly cold, but it's not particularly warm for them. I'm going to take those back inside. I'll take you back inside, little boys. Don't worry. We'll look after you. Yeah, so they're back inside here. That's one of the beauties of having hanging baskets and portable plants like that. You can just move them around. Little toms there coming. With any luck, if we can keep these in a nice condition, or at least alive and thriving, we can be getting quite a harvest off these, because as you can see, there's like tons and tons potentially that we can be getting off these plants, these tumblers. And the same with these babies. You know, if I don't destroy them, they're going to be fine, aren't they? They're going to produce for us. Got to take your time with tomatoes, really. Be careful with them. Look after them. Some people say, "Oh, tomatoes, they're dead easy." I've never found them easy. You know. We're trying to perfect it as best we can. But I don't think it's an easy plant at all, the tomato. I find myself fretting more about these tomatoes than about any other plant that we're growing. I hope I'm in sync here. I bet I'm not. Last night I was certain there was. There's no problems. The sound is in sync with the mouth. And it was about a second out. It was like a French film, and it was being converted into Wiganese. Anyway, so that's what we're doing. We're going to be completing that, looking after our tomatoes and cracking on. I've not got the French beans in as yet, because I'm still debating about which pot to put them in, to be fair. I don't really want to put them into to one of those really big pots, because it takes up a lot of compost. It takes like half a bag of compost to fill that, which equates to about £6. And then you've got amendments to put in there. And maybe looking at building another trellis for them, because I've got all sorts of paraphernalia here I can use. It's just where I'm going to put it. I mean, I could put it at the side of the giant pumpkin and make the pumpkin avoid that, but I don't know. I've got this here as well, see? See that? Not the belly, that there. Which is a sort of 2.5 foot by about 10-inch planter. That'd probably be alright, you know. With a few canes in for him to climb up, like. I think I might use that. Because, like I say, picked up quite a few pots from Howard and Fiona as well as the 8-foot trampoline. So yeah, I never turn anything down, me. I'm like a magpie. I'm always on the scrounge and the scav for stuff. I'll tell you what I will be doing. I'll be taking that garlic out. I'm going to clear that bed. I mean, look at them onions there. I know they're not falling over, like, but we need the space now for putting the other things in. So, I've got more onions I can put in there. First world problems, these, aren't they? Like, I've got too much stuff. Like, I don't know what I'm going to put it. All right. Your diamond shoes are too tight, are they? Jesus Christ. Sorry for blaspheming, Mum. And fellow Christians, by the way. I'm a potty mouth getter. So I've done it again. To be get. I'm not a sod, though. So yeah, we got all these. You see them? Metal poles. I was toying with the idea of setting something up with these and having hanging baskets with them, or maybe even making some sort of like super duper trellis, drilling holes in that 2x4 timber, but it seems like a bit of a waste, that, and then running them poles through it. I don't know. I'll come up with something. Stay tuned for the experimental lunacy that'll be going on this week and probably on the weekend, actually. Yeah. So this has been Wednesday night down at the little farm with me, Guru MURPHINDA, and yeah, keep growing with your head down. This is out of sync. I can tell it's out of sync now. I can tell it is out of sync. I'm going to play it back now and see what's what. All right. It wasn't out of sync. It was all right. Or at least at the time of filming, it was all right. So get your fingers crossed for that. Otherwise, I'll look like a Frenchman again. It's never a good look, that. Unless you're a good, like, sort of stunningly attractive Frenchman. Like, I mean, I'd make one of them. I'd make a good Gallic, like, a good Gallic warrior or something. Instead of an Irish tinker. Right, let's get them onions and garlic out, I think, yeah. Are we having that? Let's have it. Yeah, I need rid of these now for the pak choy. Nowhere else to put it. I'm going to put the pak choy in there and then put net round. Just throw net over the top. Because those posts are already in place for that very purpose. Just get some nets on, get the pak choy in. I'm having that. There we go. Now I've just given Secret Steve about 20 of them to help with his treatment. He swears by this garlic. He had some sort of throat cancer, and he swears that the garlic has worked wonders for him. Don't quote me on that. I mean, obviously, medical treatments are always preferable, aren't they? But he's absolutely swearing by that, by garlic. He eats raw garlic, probably a bulb a day, which means he doesn't smell too sweet, but his cancer's gone. He hasn't got cancer. He stopped the, not radiotherapy, was it? Yeah, it was radiotherapy, because he was getting, like, really intense indigestion, and it was making him sick all the time and all that kind of stuff, and he stopped it. And he reckons that that's what's done him, what's cured him. Like I say, I'm not. Don't listen to me on that one, but that's what Steve reckons. Secret Steve, the Allotment Ninja. It's been over a year now, and I don't think he's had any resurgence in it. But he does eat a lot of garlic. He smells of garlic. But his missus likes it. So fair play to him. Now these are the Germador. So it's a bit of a mixed bag this. We've got the Germador there. I've just given Steve quite a few of those ones. With the mild winter that we've had, some of these garlic haven't split. I mean, I think that might be alright. A lot of them have. You can see the segmentation in them. These are the Casablanca, white Casablanca. We put them in at the beginning of November, I think, last year, and overwintered them. But we've had a dead mild winter, so we've not had that pronounced splitting or segmentation that you usually get. So these will be dried out and in the racks back at our place, and yeah, we'll store them. We'll eat some this week. Probably the pink Germador we're going to be eating first, because that doesn't seem to have split down as much or gone narrow at the neck like a lot of these ones have. What I think I might have done is put them in the ground a little bit too deep. You're supposed to put them a thumb's depth down, but I think I went a little bit further than that. I'm not sure. I think I did. I think I went a bit further than a thumb's depth, because we were predicting a harsh winter. And it was a harsh winter that never happened. So I didn't do the freezer trick. Some people put them in the freezer overnight or something like that. I put them in a really chilled temperature overnight and before they plant them in, and apparently that's supposed to do it. But you do need a frost. You need a frost to get the splitting of the garlic. If you don't get it, you just get a fat bulb, one fat bulb if you like, which looks like an immature onion, which some of these do, especially on the Germador. So let's have a look at that Germador. So if you look at that, can't really see much segmentation in that. There may well be inside once you take the wrapping off. But then you get some where we've got quite pronounced segmentation, like this one. If you look at that one, you can see the knobbles and the bobbles and the segmentation in it, where you get the individual cloves coming off it. Once these are cleaned up, these will be fine and dandy. So yeah, I'm going to get the onions out now. Look at these onions. We'll take them out and do the same thing with them. I need the beds. These will all eat. They don't have to dry out and fall over particularly. So some will store, some will be eaten in the next week or two. And yeah, we're going to get an harvest off them. We've got tons, I nearly swore then, we've got tons more garlic and we've got tons more onion and everything over there in those beds, and I'm starting some more onion off now as we speak. In fact, I've got the onions, as I said, in there as seedlings, so they'll mature over the next 3 or 4 months. By the time we've got rid of all these onions, we'll be ready for the other ones. I might even start off some some from onion sets, because I've got onion sets and shallots in there. Shallots are going to be going out. Shallots are quite quick to turn around. The amount of garlic that we've got, we probably have about 80 or 90 bulbs of garlic, and we only tend to use like 2 or 3 cloves in 2 or 3 meals a week. We're not massive garlic eaters, although we do like garlic, but the rest of the kids don't like it, so it's only me and the lady farmer, and she's not a huge fan. And I can only have it when she's having it, because I stink then otherwise, don't I? So, but we do like it. It's as well to have garlic at least 3 times a week. It has got really good beneficial nutrition in it, and phytochemicals in it, and volatile oils in it that are proven to actually be good and beneficial for your health, your digestive system. It crosses the blood-brain barrier, and allegedly is supposed to be helpful in the treatment of dementia and things like that, or prevention of dementia. To prevent the early onset and things like that. I think I need that, because I can't speak at the moment. I think I need that, definitely. But yeah, we've got plenty more. And it's getting rust on, as you can see there, so it will need to be taken out, dried off, and preserved. So we might preserve it in oil, for instance, or maybe even chop it up finely, mince it, put it into ice cubes, put them in the freezer, use them as and when. There's loads of different ways that you can preserve and keep garlic, and onion for that matter. Frozen onions are dead simple. We might do a bit on that actually, a bit about preservation of the alliums, which we've got here. You can always make soups up with it as well and put them into bowls, sealable bowls, freeze them, get them in the freezer. If you've got the space for it, why not? Right, well, I'll crack on. I'll get them onions out now. I'm blathering on, aren't I? Right, so let's get these out. These were the Senshu onions. Again, they were overwintered in here. They've been in the ground for now over 6 months. So it's time for them to come out, really. They've not fallen over. A lot of people wait until they fall over, and then it's the ideal time to take them, because they're not going to grow anymore after that. But my fear is that with all the really damp conditions that we're expecting in these next 2 weeks, we'll get rot coming on them, especially with all the sort of rust that's knocking about. Although these are in pretty good condition, there's not too much in the way of rust on these. They look in a nice condition, but again, needs must. I need to clear the bed. They've got to come out, so I'm going to do that right now. So yeah, there's a fairly decent onion. About 30 fairly decent onions there. And with the leaf being so nice, what I might do with that as well is do a soup with it. Get that into a soup. It's weird, isn't it? Strange. It's tied itself in knots, that one. Look at that. It's odd. It has literally tied itself in a bloody knot. How's it done that? Right, but anyway, that can be cut off and we can get a soup out of that. So when I get that home, I'm going to put that into a bowl of water, chop it up and get in a bowl of water. And then tomorrow, we're doing like a sort of onion and potato soup, I think, with that. Yeah. So that's our haul for the evening. Lots of garlic and lots of onions. That's all out of that bed. As I say, I've given Steve probably, I don't know, about 6 onions and 20 garlic. 20, in fact, I've given 2 more, didn't I? 22 garlic. One of the smaller ones, sort of that kind of size. It's a bit of scale for you. I'll give about 20 of them for his therapy. Well, yeah, it's not a bad little haul, that. And we can get, now we've got the space, we can get all of those pak choy in there, because they definitely need to go out. I might interplant those pak choy with more onions. I don't think so, though. Maybe get them in buckets. I did mention about buckets yesterday, didn't I? So maybe I'm going to put the onions, yeah, I will. I'll put the onions into the buckets. Right, and that's me. I've been Guru MURPHINDA. You've been absolutely spectacularly wonderful and beautiful and fragrant, if you're a lady. Not if you're a man. Men are not fragrant. And if I don't see you through the week, I'll see you through the window. It's Thursday tomorrow. We've broken the back of the week already. It's Thursday tomorrow, and then Friday, and then we're going to be off this weekend. Hopefully, if you're off this weekend, good on you, because I'm looking forward to the weekend. I'm hoping I'm not going to have any bloody work to do. And yeah, the spuds are coming through. These, I'm going to top them up last week. In fact, it was Saturday. We topped them up, and they're breaking through again. Kestrel. Are they Kestrel? Something like that. I think it was a second early. So yeah. Toodle pip. Bye bye. Au revoir. Auf Wiedersehen. Namaste. So tomorrow night, we're hoping. Actually, I'm telling you lies. It's going to definitely be this weekend we're going to get these things out. Busy at work at the moment, you see, so it's a bit of a pain at the minute trying to get stuff done. I'm going to leave it, I think, till Friday. Get everything sorted out. I might get the netting on and sorted out for them first of all, and then on Saturday morning get them out. And the same with these here. Get these out. These are staying in, So the peanuts, the giant Virginian or jumbo Virginian peanuts for Messiaen's family garden, Rob Hart. Marvellous human being, as is his family. These are staying in as well, the velvet ochre or ochre that we got from Rob. They're staying in here. These are seeming to rally round. That one's died off a bit, that one's rallying round. We've got this white stuff on them. Can you see those little white, whatever they are there? Are they eggs, them? Let me know what they are, them. If they're eggs, they're off. If it's something to do with the plant and it's releasing some secretion that it should be releasing, then let me know, if you know. They're like eggs to me, them. Some sort of bloody bug egg. Take that off. Right, I'm off. See you later. Thanks very much for tuning in once again, boys and girls. You're fantastic. And don't forget to comment, like and subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. If you are a subscriber, hit that bell notification button so you don't miss another exciting episode with me, the Daft Get, down on the Little Farmer's Farm. Take it easy now. Don't let them grind you down.